What's up, everybody? OMB. Yo, check this out. I appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel. And if you're not subscribed, do subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified for future videos. Here's a subject, well, same subject, but here's a story where we had a couple, I would call them gangs, you know what I'm saying? Well, they would call them gangs these days, and I guess you can kind of call it that. The names was the Decepticons and Transformers. I kid you not, B. And this wasn't a Cypress thing. This is just a New York thing. But at this particular time, it was a Brooklyn thing. Now let me tell y'all what they used to do. And this was going through all the high schools and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to Wildin at the time, you know. And these dudes would just be wild and they'd get on the train, you know what I'm saying? Especially the back of the train. And this is when dudes are smoking weed and drinking 40s on the back of the train, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you always got a couple stragglers back there who ain't about that life, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing it then, but I was cool with it, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, these dudes get on the train. Yo, and I'm looking because I'm at the last car. It's like 10 cars. And I'm looking down like 2 cars down, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm standing up. You know, I'm at the back window. And I see them and I'm like, it's like real small. And I see, you know, I see them doing something. I couldn't really tell. But it looked kind of wild. And then when they got to the 9th car, yo, I seen dudes just stealing on people. You know what I'm saying? Just bang, bang, you know what I'm saying? Dead arming dudes and taking, just snatching, you know what I'm saying? Taking all their jewels, whatever, if you had it on. But I believe when we got to 125th Street, because they started doing that when I believe 138th Street before you get to 125th Street, if I'm correct, or is there another stop in between? But anyway, you know, when they got to 125th Street, they hauled ass. So I'm like, I ain't know what that was about. So you know, when I got into high school, they started talking about this. Like, yo, the Decepticons, you know what I'm saying? They out here wild and this, that, and the third, yada, yada, like Decepticons. Like, man, huh? It's a freaking cartoon, you know what I'm saying? Yo, and then boom. Then all of a sudden they had the Transformers and them two was fighting each other. But then it just got real wild. So one day, I'm on the train, right? And this is nighttime. And it's probably about a good 11:30, 12 o'clock. Just time enough for the goons to be out, you know what I'm saying? And I forget where I was going, but I had a Walkman at the time. Was it a Walkman? Yeah, it was a Walkman. And then I seen dudes coming from the back of the car. You know what I'm saying? They was wilding. You know what I'm saying? That time I had the tuck on me, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I had the tuck, baby. I had the tuck like right there on the left hand side. So I had my Walkman out. And there was some other dudes on the train. You know, they wasn't from my neighborhood. I don't know where they was from. I ain't recognize them. Yo, dude stole on them. Boom. He was listening to it. I believe it was CD players, you know, because I was a Walkman. Because they was fancy They had fancy Walkmans at the time. If y'all don't know what a Walkman is, y'all MP3 players and y'all CD players. We had cassette tapes, and you put it in the Walkman, and you play it, and you got your headset on, and you just jam and vibe. You know, basically y'all MP3s and all of that stuff, and CD players. The concept came from the Walkman. You know what I'm saying? At least the Walkman is the one that started the current type of stuff, because they always had something that you could put some headphones on and walk around with. But anyway, so I seen, yo, these deck dudes, and then it was just decking dudes, bro. It's probably about a good 7 of them, bro, and they just taking people's stuff. So what I did is I leaned back like this, you know what I'm saying, and I put my hand on my tuck. I don't think any of them seen it. But I'm looking at them from the corner of my eye like I'm not paying any attention. Man, them dudes walk right past me, B. I swear to God, yo, because I'm going to tell you straight up. Had they tried that shit, I probably wouldn't be here now to talk about the story, B. I would have been locked up because I wasn't having it back then. Think about this. I had to deal with all that shit in my neighborhood. All the gunfire in my neighborhood. I'll be damned if I let some dudes I don't know try to make my life a little bit hard on the on a train ride. I was about to say something else, but I'm just saying though, you know, it was wild back then, man. And that was probably that was I was like 15 then. No, I was like 17, so that was 1986, you know. Nope, 1988, my bad. 1988, you know what I'm saying? And bro, it was wild, man. I mean, dudes just doing all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, that was like, you know, it wasn't the wildest stuff I've seen, but you know, to take that on the train, and you ain't from the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, and you doing stuff like that, you wildin', you know. But that was them Brooklyn boys doing that. But I ain't gonna lie, it stopped pretty quick though. And I think because them Cypress dudes got wind of it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, ain't nobody coming over here wilding like that, B. We the only dudes out here wilding. Wild cowboys. Old Man Boxing signing out. Peace.